Hi, hello and welcome back to F1 Challenge VB. My name is Mephisto and our journey through the history of Formula 1 continues today with the 7th round of the 1968 season, the British Grand Prix. It was held on the 20th of July. It had 20 entries. All of them took part in the race, with 12 ending up retiring. The race consisted of 80 laps completed in 2 hours, 1 minute and 20 seconds. Graham Hill started the race from pole but retired on lap 27 with a broken half shaft. Jackie Oliver started from second but retired on lap 44 due to a broken transmission. Eamon was third on the grid, Siffert fourth. Rindt started from fifth but retired on lap 56 due to a fuel leak. And Dan Gurney started the race from sixth but retired on lap 9 due to a faulty fuel pump. In the chaos, Siffert climbed from fourth into the lead of the race and won the British Grand Prix from Eamon, who moved up one position. He was 4.4 seconds behind Siffert. X went from 12th to 3rd and was 1 lap down. Holm moved from 11th to 4th, he was 1 lap down as well. Surtees climbed from 9th to 5th, he was 2 laps down. And Stewart, who started the race from 7th, rounded off the top 6, he was 2 laps down as well. Siffert proved to be the fastest man of the race, posting a time of 1 minute 29.7 seconds. Here we are today at the fantastic Brands Hatch circuit, where a lap starts off with a short sprint into turn 1, Paddock Hill Bend, a very tricky medium speed right-hander. This leads into Druids, a tight 180 degree right-hand hairpin. This is followed by Bottom Bend, a medium speed left-hander, and next up is South Bank, a long medium speed left-hander that takes us onto the longest straight of the track, which ends with Hawthorne Bend, a fast right-hander that leads into a medium speed right-hander, Westfield Bend. Next is Dingledell Corner, a medium speed right-hander, which leads into Sterling's, a slow right-hander. Eventually we make our way into the final corner of the track, a fast long right-hander that brings us around onto the main straight, and that is a lap around the Brands Hatch circuit. And here we are in qualifying for the British Grand Prix, coming around to set our first qualifying lap, a 1:38.537, which isn't very good. Actually, it's very bad. It's 20 seconds slower than Jackie X's pole time, so we should try and improve on that. Hopefully we will be able, as we come around, to set a better lap time, a 1:35.739, as I go wide through Paddock Hill Bend here, and whoever was behind me manages to get around me. And after this I was unable to get back to speed. I don't know why, but oh well, I guess having someone behind me kind of put pressure on me to drive as fast as I could, but after that nothing really worked. Anyway, here are the previous British Grand Prix winners. The last time we won here was in 1964, so it was quite some time ago. Hopefully things will change today as we take a look at the grid lineup. We have Bruce McLaren on pole with Denny Hulme in second, Joe Siffert third, Richard Atwood fourth. In fifth we have Jackie X and Pedro Rodriguez rounding off the top 6. Then in seventh we have Johnny Servos Gavin, followed by Chris Eamon in 8th. In 9th we have John Surtees. Vic Alford is 10th. In 11th we have Jackie Oliver, followed by Jackie Stewart in 12th. 13th is Derek Bell, 14th Graham Hill, 15th is Bobby Unser, Jean-Pierre Beltois is 16th, 17th is Mario Andretti, Jochen Rindt is 18th, 19th is Dan Gurney. In 20th we have Henry Pescarolo, 21st Jack Brabham, 22nd Pierce Courage. In 23rd we have Ludovico Scarfiotti, followed by Lucien Bianchi in 24th. 25th is Joe Bonnier, 26th Kurt Ahrens Jr., 27th Dave Charlton, David Hobbs 29th, 30th is Silvio Moser, 29th is Silvio Moser, 30th Richard Atwood, 31st is John Love, and Andy Higgs starting from 32nd, the very back of the grid. So that is the lineup for today's race, and hopefully we'll do well here. Not sure what to expect. One thing is good today. I think Christmas came early this year because we will have replays in this race, which is very nice. I really don't know why in the previous races, except for Monaco, the replay file crashed the game every time I tried to load it. It makes no sense, especially since I obviously managed to record replays because that's how I create the intro card. But anyway, we've managed to make our way past Widows and I believe John Love. So we are up in 30th as we take a look at a replay of the start, and we're off. I was quite slow on the initial launch, and then I slowed down even more because there was a yellow flag and I didn't want to cause any problems. I wanted to give myself as much room to react as possible. I obviously didn't want to damage my car this early on in the race. Well, you don't want to damage your car at all if possible, but yeah. And we luckily managed to gain a couple of positions. Anyway, here we are on lap 2, and it looks like Richard Atwood is out of the race, and I'm pretty sure, well yeah, I am pretty sure that we will have a replay of Richard Atwood. And here it is, coming into Droids. He touches that Ferrari in front of him and then flips the hell out, and he's obviously out of the Grand Prix. As we now move on to lap 3, and it looks like Jackie Stewart is now out of the race as well, so we shall gain a couple more positions, which is absolutely fantastic. As I'm trying to gain positions here and get away from other people. And here is a replay of Jackie Stewart coming through South Bank there, and he pulls to the side of the track, hits the earth embankment there, and ends up on the middle of the track, and he is out of the British Grand Prix as we continue to pull away. This is lap 5, I believe, and I go kind of wide into Paddock Hill Bend there, allowing the car behind me to pass me, so we drop down a position. This is not very good, but hopefully things will look up to us. I don't know. We are very, very slow. I'm not sure why the AI is so much faster than us. Anyway, here is a replay of Dan Gurney coming into Paddock Hill Bend, and he loses control of his car, flips upside down, and he is out of the race as well, unfortunately for him. And Joe Siffert is, and here is a replay of Joe Siffert actually. He comes through Paddock Hill Bend and he flips upside down, and he is obviously also out of the British Grand Prix. Not very good for them anyway. And here is a replay of Bruce McLaren coming around to set the fastest lap of the race. This is on lap 6, and he actually manages to set a new track record. It's actually by a huge margin, over 10 seconds faster, so did quite well there, I guess. Anyway, moving on, and it looks like Pedro Rodriguez is also out of the race, so yeah, people continuing to retire. And here is a replay of Pedro Rodriguez coming through this fast right-hander. There's smoke and fire coming out of the rear of his car. Obviously, that's the end, but he, for some reason, decided to make it even more dramatic as we continue our race. And now Aaron's is out of the race as well, so another free position for us. Whippy, I guess. And here is a replay of Aaron's coming through Droid's corner here, and I'm not quite sure what happened, but he did retire. He stopped his car, and that is the end of his race. And as we still continue our race, people pulling away from us, and now Jack Brabham has retired, so that's another free position for us. That's very, very good. And here is a replay of Jack Brabham coming into the pits, apparently with a gearbox problem, so that is the end of his race, unfortunately for him. Lucky for us, because we are having no luck at all in keeping up with the AI. Not quite sure why, but anyway, now Beltois also retired, so that's another position for us. And as we take a look at a replay of Beltois, he pulls off to the side of the race, flips the car a couple of times, and he is also out of the Grand Prix as we now move towards the end of lap 19. And Graham Hill is now out of the race as well. And here is a replay of his retirement. He comes into Droid's Bend, he touches one of the cars there, flips the car upside down, his car upside down, and well, that's the end of his race as well, so well done. And here we are on lap 20th. There are people behind me, they're coming around to lap me. I moved to the side to allow them to pass. However, I touched the grass, and it seems that the grass had more grip than the surface, because my car flipped upside down There was nothing I could have done about that. And here is a replay coming around. Again, I moved to the side, and as you can see, the moment I touched the grass, the car just flipped, pretty much signifying that the grass has more grip than the track itself, which makes absolutely no sense. And that is another disappointing retirement for Andy Higgs this season. I can't even. Anyway, here is a replay of Eamon coming around to win the British Grand Prix. Congratulations to him. Denny Holm, second, third Bruce McLaren, fourth Oliver, fifth Derek Bell, and sixth is Jackie Stewart, with Bruce McLaren, as I said, posting the fastest lap of the race and the new track record. So that was the British Grand Prix. Once again, a very, very disappointing race for Andy Higgs. These flips are starting to get on my nerves really, really badly, even more so than the engine blowouts. But I really don't know what to say. Yeah, I really don't know what to say, so let's just move on. And here are the career statistics. This was Andy's 168th Grand Prix. His best start is from first, has 16 pole positions, has set 29 fastest laps. His best finishes in first, has completed 100 races, 77 of them in the points, has won 44 Grand Prix, 4 at the Indianapolis 500, 6 in Monaco, has 8 championships under his belt, has scored a total of 521 points, has retired 68 times, has experienced 3,471 out of 4,384 laps, has 8 bronze trophies, 16 silver trophies, 44 gold trophies, and as an extension 44 podiums. And here's a quick look at the championship standings. Pedro Rodriguez is leading the championship now, with Graham Hill in second, Bruce McLaren, Pierce Carriage, and Chris Amon fighting for third. Jackie X is sixth. The last person to score points is Mike Spence, down in 22nd. Unfortunately, he is no longer among us. Andy Higgs is down in 39th, and bringing up the bottom of the driver standings is Joe Schlesser, who is also no longer among us. So those are the driver standings. Let's now move on to the constructors, where we have Owen Racing continuing to lead the Constructors Championship with Scuderia Ferrari in second, Bruce McLaren, third, fourth Gold Leaf Team Lotus, fifth Rick Parnell, sixth Matra International. The last team with points are Team Gunston, down in 14th, and bringing up the bottom of the constructor standings are Bayerische Motoren Werke AG. So that was the British Grand Prix. Once again, not a very good race for Andy. This is the 7th retirement out of 12 races, which means we've retired from more than 50% of the races, which isn't very good, obviously. So yeah, and these flips are starting to be quite annoying, even more so than the engine blowouts. Mainly because this is just the physics screwing with me. There's no way the grass has more grip than the track. However, apparently, according to this game, grass has more grip than asphalt. So yeah, whatever. I really don't know what else to say about this. So yeah, our next race is the German Grand Prix at the fantastic Nordschleife circuit. Hopefully our luck will change there. If not, I really have nothing to say about any of this. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how things turn out once we get to the next race. So yeah. Anyway, that is it. So don't forget to vote for next season's team. Link is in the description. Also, don't forget to continue sending in your name suggestions for Andy's son. You know the rules, just one name per person, and please try and remember to type name suggestion in the comment. That way it will be easier for me to find the relevant comments at the end of the season, when I'll have to gather up all the names and put them into a straw poll. So yeah, don't forget to do that. But that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, stay sharp.